We're back at it with the Model A truck. As you can tell, the motor's in, headers are on, blowers bolted down. Hopefully.
We gotta go over the carburetor bolts, I think.
Huh,
and there's
things.
another problem that we have here. I know you're yelling at me and I'm not allowed or whatever, but I kind of just want to undo the carburetor and take them all apart. Because like before this thing was running, it was lean. So obviously it's gonna be lean again. Did I ever fess up about the carburetors being fucked up yet?
No.
Why do I have to keep swearing? Yeah, the carburetors are
Little cattywampus.
yeah. So basically what happened is when I got them, when you tighten down the squirters, you know what I'm saying? Whoever I got them from, whoever box knows, like apparently you twisted them too tight and the threads were stripped.
Oh.
So they've just been all messed up from then, so they leak.
What are they, 750s?
The squirters, yeah.
Well, I'm gonna rebuild them or get some new ones.
I'm cheap. I'll rebuild them. I like literally so many carburetors laying around. If I spent money on carburetors, I would just get them.
Oh, yeah. There's some nice carburetors around. It's under the cowl, doing the ignition.
Trying to mount things a little better than I don't know.
They previously were.
Just I don't know. They weren't exactly. They're kind of flopping around, and everything else is mounted like in there, kind of straight. So why don't we mount the rest of it in there, kind of straight? Yeah.
Probably be a better plan.
Yeah.
A little more safe and secure.
Yeah, sure. So I think we might even move the coil.
We want to move the coil too.
I don't know.
We do got to clean up all this wiring though.
Yeah, well, there's been a few different blends, but
We took a cheap Summit box out. We're gonna go with this 6AL. Got a soft touch rev control box, 2-step modulator, the timing advance. There's a lot of different accessories we want to throw into the truck. Instead of just one box running it, it's gonna have quite a few now. It does have a power glide with the trans brake, so that's gonna be fun. Talk to the camera.
oh, I didn't know the camera was on. Yeah. Well, I'm not exactly liking anything we're doing here, but I'll come up with some kind of better game plan. Just have to move some things around the coil that I didn't want to do. I'm not really in the mood for this camera actually right now. But I mean, I guess give the people what they want. Alright, well, I guess. Alright, so this is our first thing about scooter. Do it again? I mean, you see what I'm saying? Like,
Do it again.
what? Put it back on? And
No. So you get that one.
I mean, this one hopefully doesn't break off.
Someone needs to practice their welds. Another day, another video. As you can tell, we've been in the shop working really hard on the Model A truck. We got, I would say, 95% of it back together. We got the blower on, valve covers, valve lash adjusted, fuel lines all hooked up, throttle linkage all done. We got to tighten up the tensioner on the blower pulley still. We put the blue velocity stacks on there that we had on the shitbox Malibu. Over the roof looks pretty good. Currently, I'm wiring up The MSD ignition system. They're using the 6AL 6420. They're not using the soft touch rev control. That was another plan. We just haven't removed it. But we got the timing advance box here. I'm currently wiring that all up. Blaster coil put in. We got two-step modulator underneath here. You can tell the project's moving along.
Got left, but here we are, America. Back to the Model A truck here. Look at me, what a long day I had. I got done sweeping like a little bit ago, like 1 in the morning. It's like 2 now. Playing around with the Model A truck. Clearly you haven't seen a video of it running yet. And one thing after another, we added some boxes and whatnot. Some other nonsense, obviously this new motor. Just now, so I gotta finish up these fuel lines real quick. We don't know exactly what we're doing, but we just put in the billet main bodies. So I've seen these things on TV or on a commercial, and I was like, oh, maybe they're cool. They don't have your traditional squirters, but I don't actually know much about them because there looks to be a spot for possibly a squirter to go in. And the dudes from Summit told me they weren't. Obviously they got those tubes instead of the squirter nozzles, but there appears to be some kind of little orifice in there that looks like it might do something. So I would never have it any other way with it. I mean, you know, never a dull moment over here. But just one thing after another with this thing. Obviously we got the vacuum ports off. At this point, I'm just gonna hook the fuel back up. This one here is a little short and pissing me off. Might have to make a new line right quick. We turned the battery on yesterday. Nothing burned up and smoked, so that's still good. So at this point, like I said, we got the new billet main bodies in there because their other squirters were messed up. They do look pretty cool for sure. What a dirty girl. I should have cleaned that thing up a little bit. It's already got E85 in it. We switched over to E85. The gas that came out of these carburetors was so gross. I don't even know if there's anything here to look at. I mean, it was just nasty. I mean, well, yeah, look at that. All that gunk and nasty. That's what the whole bottom of the carburetor looked like. I wasn't going to take the carburetor carbs apart, but then decided, well, obviously after that, they needed to be taken apart. And my squirters, the threads were a little messed up in there, and they were a whole thing. They always leaked and loosened up. I always needed new main bodies. I was always slacking. So I just ended up saying screw it. Went to Summit again today, 2 days in a row. Shortly here, we're going to put some fuel to this thing and I guess see if willy-nilly hook the ignition up right. See if it's got spark or not. I mean, who knows at this point? I mean, this is the shit show. I mean, it's just, who knows? You know, we're going to find out here shortly.
What?
The bolts are leaking water.
Tighten them.
Huh?
Tighten them.
No. Seems impossible. But the headsets are leaking water. Remember how I told you earlier? I'm like, oh, yay, putting water in this thing. Well, this is what happens when yay putting water in this thing. Okay.
Got some life out of her finally. And Jesse's not here to see it.
All right.
Yeah. Second switch.
What?
Second switch for the fuel pump.
Oh, yeah, I got it.
Put some more in there. It's not like it died out of fuel, so.
You drained the fuel out of it for you?
Yeah, I flipped it off when I was rolling it. That's why when I hit the gas like that, wow. Well, looks like the truck's running, and all we did was just move it over here.
Yeah. Well, fuck are we gonna do out there?
Blow the tires off of it.
I mean,
Got lubricant.
I'm not trying to blow this thing up just yet.